always have to give a long hello tonight. Hello, everybody. How are we all? Are we all doing well? We have got quite a few in tonight, Lewis. They've all come to see you, not to see me. We've got, let's show the comments up here. That's easier, isn't it? We've got Black Country Villain is in the house. Rob is in the house. Ange is in the house. John is in the house. Everybody's in the house tonight. We've got loads of people. Kevin's in. Hi, Kevin. Steve, thank God for that. I was getting worried, Steve. Rachel's in. Daz is in. Tim's in. Paxton's in. Tony's in. Right, I'll just do this. We'll be here all night. Right. Lewis, I always get this. I think I'm quite good at your name now. Lewis Miguel Echegaray.
Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautifully said. Hey, listen, Justin, I want you, because, you know, your hellos they're getting quite familiar now. We're getting used to them. We're like, let's get one in Spanish, Justin. Just go, hola. All right, hola! Ready? 3, boom, done it. Beautiful.
I'll do that for the next one. Yeah. Do you know, that started off totally by accident. I just literally did one day, and then I realized I was doing it everyone, and then somebody came up to the spud shop and said hello, and I thought, oh Christ, you know, people are actually taking notice of it now.
I love it. You're building quite a community here, my friend. It's beautiful. Mate, I love it. Great to see you.
I'm just gonna we've got phone calls have already started, but I promise Lewis is building a fantastic platform of his own. So go ahead, Lewis, and tell him what you need to tell him. I'll bring this up at the same time.
I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm in New York City. I miss Villa Park dearly. I miss you all. I left ESPN last September, so building my own thing, working with different networks and stuff, writing for Yahoo Sports, doing some things for The Guardian, FanDuel, etc. But I'm also building my own thing, just like good old Justin here. And I'm on LME TV because my name, Luis Miguel Echegaray, can be a long one. So I'm on LME TV. That's the QR code right there. You can follow me on YouTube. I'm also on Substack, just like Justin as well, where I offer my perspective. You know, I've worked for ESPN, CBS Sports, The Guardian, Telemundo, Sports Illustrated. And, you know, I think I have a few things to say about our wonderful club. So you can follow me on Substack. And I'm on Instagram, of course, and Threads, and I have a Facebook page. I'm not on TikTok. I think I'm going to leave that to the kids. But apart from that, that's it.
Get on TikTok. TikTok is the place to be.
Well, I'll tell you something, Justin. Here in the US, it's a little tricky these days. So I'm going to wait and see how the waters calm, and then we'll see it. But I appreciate the support. But most importantly, Justin, I'm very proud of this, what you're building here. It really is amazing, and it's great to see. So congrats to you, my friend.
That's very, very kind of you, mate. But you were one of the first people who I properly connected with in the Villa sphere, alongside Luke and Ryan and Hannah and all the guys at Up the Villa. So it's been a pleasure knowing you for these few years I have. I'm going to put this on the top. That's now in the top right-hand corner. So anybody that's watching, get your phone out, take a picture of that, and you'll get linked straight to Lewis's stuff. Fantastic guy to follow. Go and follow him. He does brilliant stuff, and he's a big
God bless you. God bless you, my friend. God bless you.
The New York City, that's about 17 foot deep in snow, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Our new mayor has done a wonderful job, and now you can see the roads, you can walk on them. But yes, it was a remote day in school, and my wife was a teacher. She was very happy about the news of not having to go into school today, as all were the kids and stuff. But yeah, no, it's very cold here, but we'll take it.
Right, we've got Steve waiting online, so we'll get him done first, then we'll get into one or two bits and bobs, questions and bits and bobs. So, Steve, how are we doing? Can you hear him, Lewis? Go on, Steve.
A bit quiet, but if you want to yell, Steve, go ahead.
Hola, Lewis.
There you go. How are you, Steve? Great to hear from you.
I'm good, thank you, Lewis. So I've done my homework. I knew you was on tonight.
This is it, mate. This is it. You've got the big one to start with. We've brought the big guns out to start with. Go on, boy.
Just thinking, always trust me to fire some questions at you.
We trust you,
Bring it, Steve. Bring it.
Okay, so the first one. So I hope I've got this one right. So how did you feel when your hero, Dwight York, left the club for United?
He's gone in heavy two-footed to start with.
Steve has absolutely done his homework. Absolutely. Well done, my friend. Yes, as you well know, Dwight Yorke was my childhood hero. I immigrated from Peru to England. I'm a real-life Paddington Bear. Yes, I do like my marmalade sandwiches as well. And Dwight Yorke was one of my first, if not my main Villa hero when Villa found me and chose me to be part of the club. And when he left for Manchester United, Steve, I am not ashamed to say that I cried my eyes out. I wouldn't talk to anybody for a week. My dad, who's long gone now, he was a Manchester United fan, so he was absolutely throwing it in my face. But yes, it was a devastating moment for me. And you know what? Looking back, I'm happy for him. Obviously, all the glory that he did, but I take nothing back, my friend. I cried, and I think that connection, that emotional connection that you need for the club, is exactly what you need. When our wonderful, who we just saw, Jack Grealish, left for Manchester City, I wrote an op-ed for CBS Sports as well. And I think it's important to sometimes have that emotional connection to a player, because I know all of us have one. And for me, at the very beginning, it was Dwight Yorke.
Brilliant. Okay. Number two, as you're based in New York, are you working at the World Cup or attending any games, especially as the Villa contingent that will be there?
I will be working at the World Cup, just because I'm a free agent these days and not necessarily for a particular network. As of right now, I'll be working for different organizations. So the answer will be yes, I'll be attending, working for them. Obviously, getting a ticket if you just want to go as a fan is a little pricey, especially if you're not living in the US these days. But because, the final, the semifinals, and, the real important matches as well towards the end of the knockout stages are going to be right at MetLife Stadium, which is just like, a hop, skip, and a train away from where I am. So I'll be working them as well. And obviously, I'll try and make as many matches as I can. But as of right now, yes, my aim is to be working at the World Cup across multiple networks. So we'll see how that one works out, because my aim also, Steve, is to go to Mexico City and see the opener, see what's going on there. But just because so many wonderful fans are going to come to my city, New York City, my aim is to obviously cover not just what happens inside the stadium, Steve, but also the communities around it, because New York City has some wonderful communities that are going to be celebrating the hell out of the World Cup. So I'll be excited to see what happens there.
What Lewis doesn't realise yet is that I'm coming over and going to sleep on his couch. If I'm going to flight to New York, I'm coming over, mate.
It's right here for you, my friend. It's right here for you. I'll bring
my blanket off me. It's all right.
I have the greatest air mattress in the history of air mattresses. So
okay, right. Sold to the Airbnb in New York. Anything else you want to ask, Steve, or do you want to move on to
one last question?
Go on then.
Okay, so Justin knows I think we're going to win the Europa League this year. I've said it on this phone in all season. So if that's the case, what would your starting 11 be if the final was tomorrow, Lewis?
And everyone was fit.
And everyone was fit.
The window was over and Tammy was in.
Right.
My starting 11 would be Dibu Martinez in goal, Ian Maatsen left back. I'd put Matty Cash right back, Ezri Konsa and Pau Torres as well as that back line. If everybody was fit, you said, Steve. So we're not thinking about the horrible injuries that we're dealing with right now.
So far, you've got the same back five as me.
Because obviously, would he be fit? I would have Boubacar Kamara in there, but obviously he's out for the season.
Everyone fit.
If he was fit and everybody was fit, then I'd have Boubacar Kamara in there.
Oh, okay. He said not Kamara. Sorry, Lewis. That's my problem.
Oh, so just anybody that's available right now.
Well, yeah. Tom's is out.
Yeah. Kamara's out, but we think the McGinn and maybe Tielemans and everyone else will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would have obviously Yuri Tielemans there. I would have Amadou Nana there. And then this is when it gets interesting, because then obviously John McGinn, I would start him as well. Sort of like in that little pocket on the right side. And then Morgan Rogers would start, Ollie Watkins, and then that right side, which I said McGinn, Emiliano Buendia. So I would have actually Emiliano Buendia more central and McGinn pushing to the right. So it'd be Ollie Watkins, Morgan Rogers, Emiliano Buendia, John McGinn, Yuri Tielemans, Amadou Onana, that back four I just mentioned, and Dibu Martinez in goal.
Yeah, exactly the same team as me. So, regarding Tammy, I would have him come on as a finisher because I don't want Ollie Watkins anywhere near penalties if the final goes to penalties.
We're not going to get there, Steve. We're going to win it in regular time. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Lewis said we're going to win it in regular time, mate, so that's fine.
Okay, mate. Okay.
Thanks for the call, Steve-O.
No worries. Thank you.
I'll see you soon, buddy.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye-bye.
Steve. Thanks,
Right.
Steve. Thank you.
Steve's got us. That's right. I'm trying to dual stream this, which is absolutely doing me head in, but there we go.
I told you, Justin, us old folks, we can't deal with too much
We
technology.
can multitask, Lewis. My wife told me I'm very good at multitasking.
Really?
Right,
You're the only man on the planet that can do it.
I'll ask the first question on the Villa. The phone is free if anybody wants to call in. We'll get back to it when we have a phone call. We have got, obviously, the transfer window for 7 days today, 7 o'clock, this time next week, shut. What do we need to give ourselves the best chance going forward? We know Kamara's out. We know McGinney's 6 to 8 weeks. We don't know yet about Tielemans, but I'm worried. So what do we need? That Tammy's in, so that's a fait accompli now. Apparently he's in the building. He's arrived today. Just got to be announced. So what do we need going forward? And we know the constraints we're working under, so we can't go out and buy a £50 million player. So you're now Damien Vidagani and Unai Emery. What are you asking the board for?
All right. Straight away, let's remember something that, as you mentioned, the most immediate need before all the injuries in the midfield was another number 9. Tammy Abraham, as you mentioned, is on his way. So that's a massive, massive bonus to have another 9 that can alleviate the pressures of Ollie Watkins and obviously offer competitive nature to him as well. The other component that we have to remember at the very beginning of all of this is that once Alisson is fit, he will be another option for Unai Emery. We can't forget about that, especially from everything that Unai Emery has been saying about the Brazilian 19-year-old. He's going to be another added bonus here, somebody that plays as an inverted winger on the right side and now offering competition, obviously, with Leon Bailey as well. So that's another one. Brian Maggio, I'm still expecting for him to really not be part of any immediate plans, but we'll have to wait and see because the latest reports and sources that I have as well is that Brian Maggio is possibly an option specifically towards, after a few weeks and stuff of training. I know that's what you're going to add, Justin, right?
Yeah, the reports I've heard from Maggio in training as a 17-year-old raw asset, he has blown their socks off, apparently.
Yeah, and when I was initially asked about his arrival, I said exactly that. This is a man, a young man, but a man in every sense of the word that's already had international experience with Luxembourg. He's played for the youth teams for England. His coaches at Luxembourg have compared him to the foundations of Romelu Lukaku, and I'm not taking that lightly. So and there's a reason why he arrived. And everybody remember, this is the first window under Roberto Olave, who has a completely different type of mentality to Monchi, who sees things much more in alignment to Unai Emery. So anyway, after all that, to me, right now, Justin, I know that you're in agreement with me. The most immediate need, the thing that needs to happen, not that, hopefully, it needs to happen. We need a center midfielder. We need him. Because Boubacar Kamara is out for the season and nobody will replicate what he can do. And obviously John McGinn probably out until the end of March, hopefully a little bit earlier, but we'll have to wait and see. You mentioned Yuri Tielemans. I'm probably more optimistic than you, but I definitely don't see him playing this week, is how I see it. We need a center midfielder right now. That's my most immediate need.
Okay. So I agree wholeheartedly. Centre midfielder. If we could only sign one more player, I'll just take the call and put him on hold. 2 seconds. Oh, hello.
Justin.
How you doing? Can I just put you on hold for 1 second, then we'll come back to you?
Of course, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. I'm offering you, based on rumours, let's call them rumours, 2 players. You can take one of them. Ruben Loftus-Cheek or Douglas Luiz?
You're giving me heart over mind here. Heart over mind is what you're giving me.
I'm not stupid. I want to test that little green cells in your head.
It's actually a very simple answer for me.
Okay.
Douglas Luiz obviously brings so much emotional connection to Aston Villa and everything that he has done for the club. We still hold him so dearly, especially the way that he left, because he was part of the PSR constraints and the fact that Villa had to, maneuver moves desperately in order to meet the deadline for PSR. And Douglas Luiz was unfortunately part of the part of the exits in order to financially constrain. Had we been in a better financial situation, I think Douglas Luiz was staying, but alas, that's not to be. And obviously, we know what he can offer, and we have this emotional connection, the same as with Tammy Abraham. We have an emotional connection to Tammy Abraham, to everything that he did in 2018, 2019. So obviously, he would be a welcome addition. Having said that, I would prefer Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. We have to see right now, Justin, we have to see right now what this club needs under Unai Emery. And what Ruben Loftus-Cheek offers as a player, to me, technically and strategically, is probably better for Douglas Luiz. Having said that, I'm literally picking apples and oranges here.
Very rounded now. Come on.
No. I've already given you the option. I've said Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I just said that if Douglas Luiz comes, I'm obviously happy with it. I just think that Loftus-Cheek is better. Just because I feel that tactically aside, I think physically, Ruben Loftus-Cheek offers us something a little bit more. Having said that, I am not against Douglas Luiz. I would prefer RLC.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Right. Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Who's this on the phone? Can we tell Lewis?
You can.
Go for it.
It's John from Ireland, John Steele.
John, my mate John Steele from Ireland. Can you hear him, Lewis?
Of course I can hear him. I love that accent, that name, John Steele. Like, it's just, you're just an Irish superhero. Troy Parrott Airport. Welcome, John.
If you ask him now, Lewis, he'll think, boy, he's got a fabulous voice. Fabulous voice. He keeps confusing to... Oh, here we go. Chest infection. Is that the excuse this week, is it?
He's a singer, is he?
Oh, he's a singer. I'll send you a link to all his music. Fantastic, mate.
Oh, I need to hear a verse here. Come on now.
He won't. He's got a chest infection. Every week's another excuse.
Oh, come on, old Danny boy. The pie.
Oh, he's singing now. Quick, John. Sing.
That's actually written by a Welshman.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is it really? Of course.
I've only two questions.
Okay. Go for it.
One of them, I suppose, is look, our squad is brilliant. I love every single player on it, but we're aging. And, within the next couple of seasons, like, the succession planning needs to be top notch here. I mean, we've got some brilliant young players. We've got the best player in the league, in my opinion, in Morgan Rogers. But succession planning over the next few windows, it'll be difficult, although easier when we get Champions League football. But what does Lewis think of, like, how soon do we need to start looking at succession planning for the likes of, obviously Martinez might be gone in the summer. I hope not. I love the guy. But all the squad is getting up around 28, 29. A few of them are in their 30s. They're still serving us very well, and their experience is showing it's unbelievable. But, it's just that succession planning worries me for kind of sustaining this over a number of years.
Lewis, go.
No, John, I am vehemently, aggressively in agreement with you. With one of the biggest issues for Aston Villa Football Club for the last few seasons has been the aging squad that we have been dealing with. And part of it has been, because we have immediately needed to fix some things in sort of a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. So, try to, solve some solutions for that current season. Marcus Rashford, Marco Asensio, Aloni, because we're in the Champions League, et cetera, et cetera. And B, because I think there wasn't a sporting director, definitely not Johan Lange, although, obviously he was a reason for Duran, who was young. But overall, the age, diminishing was not a particular factor for him. Neither was for Monchi. by the way. Now, John, we have somebody in Roberto Olave, who I have interviewed in the past multiple times, comes from a club that I know very well in Real Sociedad, whose entire philosophy, John, is to strengthen and deepen the core values of the youth culture of a club, which is Real Sociedad. That's how Mikel Merino became Mikel Merino. That's how Oyarzabal, who's a tremendous player, became as well. I mean, David Silva, he rejuvenated Martin Odegaard when everybody thought he was done at 17 years old. Olave's main passion is to make sure that the local youth culture really, really grows. So I think that that's going to be a major thing. The second thing is, well, you've already seen it in the likes of Alisson and Brian Maggio, players that obviously are very young and are trying to make sure that they come here and they bring down the age of the squad. Because to your point, when you look at the age of our squad, you mentioned Dibu Martinez, he's 33 years old. I don't want this to happen, but I personally see him leaving in the summer. You've got our backup, Marco Bisot, who's amazing, but he's 34. Tyron Mings is 32. Dean is 32. McGinn is 31. You mentioned Ollie Watkins, 30. Pau Torres is 29. Emiliano Buendia is 29. So, I don't have to tell you that we need to seriously, bring down that age. But then you're already seeing those steps of bringing it down. I mentioned Maggio and Alisson, but, Bogart is 22. Andres Garcia, regardless of what happens to him in the future, he's 22. Matson's 23. Morgan Rogers is 23. Amadou Onana is 24. So there are already signs of that we're bringing it down. And my thinking is that that's going to continue. That's why I was surprised about Tammy Abraham. But after thinking it, I got it. Because I think that we are in the most important pivotal transfer window in recent seasons because of what we're trying to do right now. But I think in the summer, John, you're going to see a very aggressive need to bring down the age of the goalkeeper, to perhaps bring a center back that's going to be a sort of foundational center back that can learn from the likes of Pau Torres and Ezri Konsa. And perhaps, regardless of what, hopefully we get Champions League, we'll get a piece of silverware, get another striker in. And I think that striker will be in their early 20s, aside from Maggio, and now you have a competitive nature of what happens in the future. So, but I'm in agreement with you. We need to severely bring down that age.
Yeah, I think if we do that, we have a really good blend of youth and experience, which is, obviously what's needed. And thankfully, we're not going down the Chelsea route.
No, that won't happen.
No, and it shouldn't. But I think, obviously we get Champions League, Morgan Rogers stays at least another season. But why wouldn't he? He's at the best club in the country, in my opinion.
My big concern on Rodgers is I can see somebody trying to break the bank for him in the summer, and I only worry that they can still see we're very brittle financially. And it's almost, let's not get too down about it, all negative.
Well, see, this was what I was going to say, Justin. Let's not get there yet. Let's focus on the fact that Morgan Rogers is an Aston Villa player, and the thinking is this is what kills me all the time about external conversations outside of our club. And I'm a pundit and I'm an analyst, and this is not biased because I talk about other clubs as well. But the thinking, obviously, always, whenever Aston Villa has a gem or whenever Aston Villa is doing really well, the thinking is, it even included Unai Emery, remember? Will he go to Manchester United whenever they were looking for a manager? Let's focus on us. And if we can get Champions League football, a piece of silverware. By the way, Morgan Rogers and his relationship with Unai Emery is magnificent. He owes a lot to Unai Emery and vice versa. So the thinking is this. Of course, he's the kind of player that could attract the likes of Real Madrid, etc., like that. He's that good. But let's focus on what we do this season. We get Champions League football. We get a piece of silverware. Then we are saying, you know what? He's our player. He's happy. Leave him alone. Now, we don't get Champions League football and, things that then maybe we can start having the conversation. But as of right now, he's an Aston Villa player. Everything is pretty much built around him. He has a tremendous relationship with one of the best managers in the game, in my opinion, the best in the Premier League right now. And Morgan Rogers is not stupid. He knows that he has still a ceiling to hit, and he's only doing it right now because he has a manager like Unai Emery who can help him develop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And also the fact that every player that has left an Emery team, has gone off the boil. Their career has lessened from their leaving, because he just seems to be able to unlock things. But my second question is just a silly bit of trivia.
Go on.
That Justin, I'll be shocked if you don't know this.
Oof.
But,
No pressure.
What Villa player from the Premier League era appeared in a major Hollywood movie?
Oh, wait. I'm thinking. Hold up. Was it?
Do we need to put a count? Got
oh, was it John Carew?
No,
it wasn't John Carew.
Who was it?
To be honest, I was going to say John Carew, so I'm done as well.
It was Julian Joachim, who appeared to be in the police station in Hannibal, the third part of the Silence of the Lambs series. It was footage from the 2000.
Oh, that's a cop out, John. It was on the telly in a film.
He still appeared.
Jesus, that's
John.
You're banned.
Wait,
for next week.
Let me Google about
1 week ban. He's having a 1 week ban.
By the way, we weren't. John, that is so cheeky of you. I'll tell you this though. John Carew was in a Norwegian TV show, so we're actually not far off. But
yeah, I said John. That reason, bloody Nora, John.
that was ridiculous.
Get off my phone, John. You bard. Right. Good luck, mate. Thanks for phoning.
Thank you, John.
We've had a good question. A good point made on my TikTok saying James Trafford. That's a name that's been floating around. Potentially as a goalkeeper, maybe.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see us. I mean, we've got to think post Emmy, and obviously, like you made a good point that Bizzo is actually older. So I think we have to start thinking about that. So maybe a couple of good young keepers to fight it out. What do you reckon?
No, I totally agree. I think it's going to be a young keeper. I'm not sure how untested they will be, and I think that's good about James. I think he has some experience, but just because of Unai Emery and Olave, I feel like they might be going into the continent perhaps for looking for a goalkeeper. Maybe like a Spanish goalkeeper that's young, that's like a David Raya, for example, somebody that's perhaps hasn't been tested yet in the Premier League but has a lot of potential. But I wouldn't. There's a lot of good, talented goalkeepers, but the time definitely. I have no doubt in my mind that the list has already been built and being formalized, because I do see sooner rather than later, sadly, saying goodbye to Dibu Martinez this summer. But we'll wait and see what happens, I guess. And you're muted, Justin, buddy, just in case. You're muted. And Justin, buddy, you're muted in case they can't hear me.
Oh, bloody no, I'm muted. I heard him say muted, and I thought I'd got you muted, Rob. I'd muted me bloody self. Do you know what I mean? He's saying I know how to do everything, and I can't really do it. Right, Rob, in Plymouth.
Blame on the electricians.
Hey?
Blame it all on the electricians, mate.
Yes, blame it all. If you could see this setup here, I've had a nightmare with electrics. I've got a cable out the window going up to the house, plugged in to try and get all this going.
Well, that's because you got your TikTok on, you got your StreamYard, you got your YouTube.
I'm surprised it's still going with the power. The little thing and the thing going.
I do remember showing you pictures of when I had my electrical problems, and I was running, as I do, 13 fish tanks and my PC off a string of 9 essentially. So
I don't feel as bad now, Rob. Thanks.
So yeah, we can cope. It was all safe. I used to do electrics on nuclear submarines, for crying out loud. I mean, what is there to worry about? Anyway,
if you can do electrics on a nuclear submarine, then you can do electrics anywhere.
I didn't do many.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do many, thankfully. So no one ever sunk.
That's a good
So So yeah. Anyway, we digress because we just chat as we always do. But Louise, good evening. Great to see you. And I have subscribed, and loads of people in the chat have said they're subscribing as well. And we've not got enough likes yet. People that are listening, me and plan to be on your case.
Good lad, Rob.
But with one suggestion that somebody asked, I think you asked Louise, what would you want in the transfer window? I'll tell you what, I want nobody to leave. Is what I want in this transfer window.
Yeah, we'll take that, Rob. We'll take that. Nobody to leave. That's number one priority, isn't it? Because we can't afford anyone to leave.
I don't think we can afford anybody to leave right now.
The mate I travelled up to the Everton game. We agreed what we need as a club is a Far Eastern player.
Right, okay.
Someone is going to get the shirt sales and the revenue and all that sort of stuff up, really like a Son or just to get us out more globally. I don't think we need too much, and I hear Luis when he says about replacing the older guys, particularly Emmy Mago in the summer maybe, but a Far Eastern player, get us out there, because I've seen a lot of stuff and stuff you've done, Justin, with the analyst that gets on the telly, that you've one of Justin's pods has him. Is it Damien or the guy that does that?
Oh, yes, Maguire.
Somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, Maguire.
Kieran
Maguire.
Look it up, folks. It's worth looking at. And all the financial stuff, we need to get out there in the Far East where there's loads of money. We've got, colours that will suit all their complexions and all this other stuff. So we're far better than white and red and plain blue and stuff like that. So I think that's what we need, because when Unai gets them in, they're going to fit to a blueprint. The blueprint of Unai's Villa management. They'll be versatile, they'll be hard-working, they'll be driven, and then on we go.
Yeah. It's not a bad shout, Rob. Thanks, mate. See you soon.
Thanks, Rob.
Right. Next question, Lewis, and this is an interesting one.
But just very quickly, Justin.
Yeah,
Rob was mentioning about getting a player from Asia, right? Is that what he's?
Yeah.
So, and because obviously the marketability and all that stuff, I'll just point out that Villa already have a few players that represent a tremendous market that,
yes,
in my opinion, from a Villa's marketing perspective, is not being attacked enough. We have the World Cup goalkeeper in Dibu Martinez. We've had him for a very long time. We had him before he won the World Cup.
Yes.
And I just know personally and professionally, because of that's an area that I cover a lot, that the growth of Aston Villa in South America, specifically Argentina, is huge. And a massive reason is a player like Dibu Martinez, and he's not the only one. So my point is, I think that overall, whether it's South America, Asia, whatever, I think Villa as a club need to do a better job. And I know that we obviously have a new marketing officer but as a club, we need to do way more to connect with our global audience, who continue to grow as a result of both Villa's successes, but also as a result of the dealship with Adidas and as a result of the Premier League's continued growth abroad. So whether it's Asia, South America, the US, Latin America, whatever, Africa, North Africa, I think that Villa as a whole needs to really rethink and be way more ambitious when it comes to representing these markets. Because when you look at the likes of Chelsea and Tottenham and others, they do a tremendous job to try and do that. In fact, one of the best examples is when Raúl Jiménez was killing it with Wolves, and Wolves did a really good job at connecting with the Mexican fan base. And as a result, they grew their profitability and global market share to a larger extent. I think Villa need to do a lot more there.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's an ever moving feast, isn't it? Really, and I think what the new guys are doing is building on the good work that Chris Heck did in the first place. You've got to get the foundations in, and then you can build and push off from those foundations. And they are sort of moving off so many different aspects of building a super club, which is where we need to be and where we're heading.
And Justin, I'll just say this: the fact that we've never had a Spanish-speaking Aston Villa social media account is ridiculous. We have a Spanish manager and multiple South American Spanish-speaking managers. Like, I know that it's a little thing, but it speaks volumes to like audiences that we can get and attract. So I just know this for a fact.
That posts in Spanish. Is that what you're alluding to?
Just an Aston Villa Spanish-speaking account. When, to Rob's point, when Heung-min Son was playing for Tottenham Hotspur, they immediately created a South Korean channel because they knew the power and the impact. If we had a Spanish-speaking account on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you are now opening a door to another world. And by the way, because I have interviewed the man himself and I know him, when you talk to Unai Emery in Spanish, he is a genius. His genius gets transcribed. Obviously, his English is getting better, and I'm very happy for him and stuff. But when you take the effort in creating content in Spanish from our manager, and then translate it, and then put it in a Spanish-speaking account, and then you create subtitles, now you're really seeing the makeup of what he represents, and at the same time, you're growing the club from a marketing perspective.
Absolutely, and I think I watched a really interesting documentary on Mr. Beast. Actually, it was a YouTube sensation, and he said one of the big touch points that really catapulted him into the stratosphere was when he realised that he was putting out all of these things on an American sort of base with language and everything, and then he basically replicated every single video he did, subtitled it in every single language of the modern speaking world, and then set out multiple YouTube channels, all in that, and then it just exploded. So you are right. We have got to do more, but I think they're getting there. They're getting there slowly, but they need to just keep it going and keep rocking on.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just more speaking to Rob's point about wanting to get an Asian player, and it's
a really good point. Yeah, that Spanish aspect too. Like you said, basically, we've got this connection now with the Basques and with the Spanish-speaking world, and players-wise and everything-wise, and a lot of the South Americans speak like that, like yourself. So that connection has to just keep growing and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Right, I'm going to nail you down. 15 games to go. Next 5 take us through to the end of Feb. This little set here. So that'll take us through to the last 10 games of the season. What do we need from these to give us the best chance to continue our push for, I'm going to say it, don't come at me, a potential title charge within the last 10 games, because that's where we want to be now. With the 10 games to go, we want to be where we are within touching distance of the top. So realistically, looking at those 5 fixtures, where do we need to be?
We want to win every game. I want to go back to what you just said. Don't come at me, because I wrote a piece about this earlier today on Substack, and I went on Frankie Maguire's All Villa No Filler talking about this. Villa fans, look at me. Stop with the inferiority complex. We are in a title race. We're 4 points away from Arsenal, even on points with a Manchester City side who just bought Antoine Semenyo and Marc Guéhi, and yet we are still there. Do not shy away from this. We're in a title race, Justin. Okay? And so when you ask me what we need from all these, we need to win every single one, and I will take a win from every single one. Now, will it happen? Only the gods can tell us. Will we win the Premier League title? Obviously, only the gods can tell us. But guess what? I have seen crazier things happen. Why not us? There's literally a tifo saying no limits to our dreams. So let's walk that walk. So when I look at this 5 fixtures, and obviously the Everton game was a disappointing performance, but I really think that, at home to Leeds United, we should be taking 3 points there. Wolves, who are statistically right now the worst team in the Premier League, we should take points there as well. At home to Brentford, as well. I think, given the record that we have against Brentford, especially at home, we should take that as well, even though, we had played in the Europa League a few days prior to that as well. The Bournemouth one is probably the trickiest out of the lot because they're at home and they're more incentivized to win at home. Look what they did recently against Liverpool with that really dramatic 3-2 win. But I think that Unai Emery has figured out very well just what Andoni Iraola does with this Bournemouth side. So if we draw there, I guess I will take it. My aim is to not lose. And remember, the last time we got that great winning run, it began in the Europa League, and then we kept going. And I think this is exactly what's happening now. The key is, and the problem is, of course, are the injuries, because without Boubacar Kamara, it becomes a bigger mountain to climb. But guess what? We qualified for Champions League football without Boubacar Kamara towards the latter stages of the season last time around. So there are no limits to our dreams. We are in a title race. Will it last? Who knows? But don't shy away from that. We are that big. We always complain that, pundits and analysts don't say enough about Aston Villa. Well, this is our time to speak and enjoy that moment and celebrate it. So I will take 3, 6, 9, 12. I'll take 13 points from this, Justin. And if we do anything less, I'll be disappointed, but I still think the journey continues.
We'll take that. No, I agree. I mean, that just listening to you talk there, that run that we're on of winning 10 games in a row after coming back off European games, when everybody says, oh, it's hard when you come back off a European game, you have to read 10 games in a row when we've come back off the Europe. And interestingly, if we finish in the top 2 of the Europa League, we then get home ties,
advantage in the second leg,
all the way through to the final. So
which is massive.
Off the gas Thursday, can we?
No, I don't think we're going to. I think we'll rotate because I just think we have to, but I don't think we're going to. I think Tyrone Mings, I think we'll see a similar lineup to what we saw against Fenerbahce. But then my hope, right, is that Tammy Abraham is in the building and he's official. And so, Ollie Watkins, if he plays a full 90, so be it. At least he now has some alleviation when we play Brentford. So, but to your point, this is a massive game now because we are right now, the destiny's in our hands to have a top 2 position. And that's massive. Direct placement already in the round of 16. And to have Villa Park in the second leg all the way to the semifinals of the Europa League. Woo! So let's go. Let's go get it. Let's do it. This is it. Yeah.
Woo. Right, Wayne, how are you?
All right, mate. Yeah.
Good lad. Yes. Say hello to Lewis.
Hello, Lewis. How you doing? All right.
What's up, big man?
Not too bad. We're all good. It's all looking good for Villa, isn't it? So it's all good.
This is Cockney Villa fan Wayne, who is a Villa fan, so we're all right. So we're allowed to talk to him.
Hey, listen, I'm a Peruvian Villa fan, so
it's fine. Villa fan. We're all one big family here. Don't worry about it. Cockneys, Peruvians. What's the phrase for a Peruvian? Then, if you got a Cockney, what is there one for someone from Peru?
We just say a causa, if you meet another Peruvian, he's my causita, my causa. So it's all right. Okay. We're all a family, like you said, my friend.
I'll remember that next time I see you. Hey, Calcita!
There you go. Love it.
Right, Way. What's on your mind, mate? We haven't even spoken about the last week. The 2 brilliant wins. Go on, mate.
I think watching the game in the midweek, that was a brilliant result, wasn't it?
Fenerbahce,
we've done really well there. Yeah, absolutely marvellous. And I'll tell you what, I just enjoyed watching Mings throw John Duran around like a ragdoll. That was absolutely awesome, wasn't it? I was just like, you couldn't really get away with a professional foul, but he did a few times. He just picked him up and threw him. Literally, I was just like, brilliant.
It was lovely because as Villa fans, we all had that in the back of our head before we went into that game, thinking he's just going to do it, isn't he? We know he's going to do it, but he didn't because, considering Mings has come back off that injury straight back into that game.
Oh, you wouldn't have known, though, when you watched him play, in all fairness. He was on it.
It's insane.
Proper on it. Yeah, it was good. And I'll tell you what, Bezok as well.
Yeah.
He's a boy, no, isn't he?
He's a boy, mate. He's a boy, yeah. Them 3, actually, that unit, Bizzo, Lindelof, who's just been incredible. And Mings. What a 3 that is if you need to throw him into the fire.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, sorry, Wayne, I potentially Lindelof could be a good choice in emergency in that defensive midfield role. And I know he's played him there towards the end of games as like a shut up shop merchant. Yeah. But you know what? You could do worse.
look, you just look at the players we've gone free and look how well they are. We've gone for nothing. Look, do you know what I mean? So you haven't always got to go out and spend stupid money if you can get a good free one.
And you got a good
I
manager.
think we just need to box clever, and we've got a good manager who gets the best out of them. That's all we need, and that's what he's done. And to be honest, I'd be quite happy to see them free again coming for the European game this week.
Yeah, Lewis just
I
said
have
that,
no qualms about that whatsoever. And I'll tell you another player who's doing on song as well, Buendia.
Great, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's quality. I just think it's such. Don't get me wrong. You don't always hear him every game. You don't always hear him being mentioned or anything, and he don't always score. But then who does? In all fairness, not everybody does score in every game. So
it's his best return ever in the Premier League already. 7 goals. Lewis, do you want to say a few words? And Emma, Argentinian. He's back in the Argentinian squad, isn't he? Or in and around it now.
Well, he'll be in consideration for sure. Lionel Scaloni always thinks very highly on him, but obviously, as you know that area with Argentina is very competitive, so it can be tough for him. I'll just say this about Emiliano Buendia. To me, right now, the best story of Aston Villa's squad this season because of everything that he's gone through. Think about the horrible injury that Emiliano Buendia had to go through, which basically impeded a lot of his trajectory with Villa. Then he goes to Bayer Leverkusen. It didn't actually go well for him there. And then when he comes back, I honestly, in all honesty, I thought, well, that's it. We're going to ship him out because, he's not going to. And yet, what happened was Unai Emery sat down with him and he said, Emiliano, this is your time for redemption. Show me what you can do. I'm going to put you in better places in the starting 11. I'm going to give you an opportunity to shine, despite the fact that it's a congested number 10, high 8 kind of role. But I'm going to let you do your thing. And what's happened? A healthy Emiliano Buendia is a confident one. And he comes from a family of rugby players. And you can just see it.
Really?
He is, his family is obsessed with rugby. A very, very, loyal sort of like, Argentinian rugby sort of kind of family. And you can tell. Emiliano Buendia is like a bull. He wants to charge at you. And I'll tell you something else about Emiliano Buendia. He has done extra work in the training ground to improve 2 things. Number 1, his finishing, and that's very obvious of what you can see here. And number 2, it's his stamina, because he knows he's not the quickest, but he will give you now 110 minutes when before it used to be about 70. And it's so evident on the pitch now. He is the best redemption story, and he's been amazing.
Like McGinn, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's what I look at him. He's just a little workhorse. Runs around like an absolute ragdoll, just destroys anything and everything.
Well, I tell you who he reminded me of on Sunday, actually. Yeah. He reminded me of Diego Maradona at Napoli in that game. That's how good he was in that game against Newcastle.
He was fun.
It was a tremendous performance. Had it not been for Amadou Onana, I would have, for me, he was my man of the match, but Amadou Onana was my man of the match for that game. But Buendia is a remarkable story. So happy for him.
One of the things that always frustrated me when he first came to the club, and this is definitely his best season for us since he signed, was that because of his stature, and this isn't his fault, he would get lost in games and you'd see him get bullied a lot, but like you've alluded to, Lewis, that is he sort of, maybe through experience and age and that little bit in his head that's thought, you know what, I am what I am, and this is what I've been given, and I need to make the best of it. And I think Emery has already said this week that he gave him certain targets this season that he wanted to see out of him, and he's already gone well past wherever he wanted to be. And I think I've said it on this a few times.
I think it helps having a decent manager, though, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
not being funny. If you've got a manager who can go up to a player and go, right, these are your weaknesses. I need you to work on your weaknesses, or work hard on your strengths. Just do your strengths. Do what you're good at. You know what you're good at. Do that.
And they trust him, don't they?
Practice on your weakness. Where you're weak, and go, right, I want you across the board, all good on all of it now. And I think he's done it. 100%.
You know what
I mean?
Yeah, but mindset.
Wayne is spot on. It's not just a decent manager. We have one of the best managers in the game, and one of the best managers who helps a player develop. How many stories have you heard from so many players about how he helps them improve? I've interviewed players before Villa, players that played for him at Villarreal, and they all say the same thing. When I leave the training ground after a day of Unai Emery, I know more than I knew in like 10 weeks with anybody else. Okay, and I think you said it, Wayne. Like when you have a manager like this who helps you improve, and you listen, if you listen, because there's a lot of information being thrown at you, right? then you will improve. And you're spot on. Once you have a manager, somebody that believes in you and helps you. I mean, look what Jadon Sancho is doing. I know it's slowly but surely coming through. And it's because Unai Emery sits with Jadon Sancho in a video room and says to him, let's look at your tape from Borussia Dortmund. This is who you can be, and this is who you still are. And you can just see it. You can just see it. Marcus Rashford. Nobody believed in him. Oh, why have you signed Marcus Rashford? What a waste of time. A week of training with Unai Emery, and he became so much better. When you have a manager of this caliber, players instinctively, naturally, and literally improve in every characteristic.
And this is what I'd like to see the youth players taking note of him, getting hold of the youth players and making them better, you know what I mean? And learning a lot from him, because they can learn so much, because they're like sponges, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, well,
they can learn so much from them.
Yeah, I mean, I've got TJ Carroll, who's been on the bench a couple of times this season, a young 17, well, he's 18 now. He lives here and he's a friend with my daughter, and I've watched his progress through the academy, and he's a real prospect. I mean, I know they had Man City sniffing around him for a few bits and bobs, but they signed him onto a decent deal. But he said what he hears and how he gets developed is just insane, honestly, absolutely insane. So yeah, the kids
it's good for him though, isn't it? That's what I mean, because if they can learn off of him and get a lot of information out of them, they can only get better, and it'll progress them up probably quite a good level and quite a quick level as well. I'd imagine they could do it quite quickly if they listen to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He's not silly.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Let's face it.
Thanks for that, Wayne. Appreciate the call as always, mate.
Good to speak to you all.
Okay, all the best,
Thanks,
buddy.
Wayne. Take care, bud.
Right, I'm going to try and get this one other caller on before you've got to get off at 9, Lewis. He's from America, so I'm hoping he's going to call in now. Right, or let you have a little look at these little quiz I've got for you, Lewis. I've dropped this on you, haven't I? You've got to name these players, right? So this, I'll see if he'll phone up from States. Oh, he's phoning. Right. Have a think about that one while we connect him up. Hello.
Hi, Justin. How you doing?
How are we going? All right. Say hello to my friend who's over in, well, not quite your neck of the woods, but not how far away are you? Where are you, mate?
6,000 miles from Birmingham, New Mexico.
New Mexico, right.
Oh,
how far is that from Lewis then? New York.
Very far away.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'm in England. I'm not in your, we live in a little island, not a big one like your lot.
It's like 5-hour flight.
Oh, well, Christ, yeah. Okay. So, you're miles away then. Oh, that's a stupid question then. How are you, mate?
I'm doing good. You're going to hear a weird American-y Brummie now, so I'm sorry about that.
It's a very hybrid accent, this one, yeah.
It is. But I can assure you, I'm a Brummie from Kingseath. So, yeah.
We trust you, mate. What would you like to ask Lewis? Anything, or you got to talk about the games? Or?
Well, I've been trying to get in touch with you for a month now, remember? So I've got 2 questions and a trivia. So
go on then. He's got 7. How long? You got 6 minutes before he's got to go. So go for it.
Let's start with a question.
Go on,
Luis. I'm giving you 50 million right now with no PFR restrictions, but you can only get one player. Who you getting?
50 million.
Yeah.
Right now, like he comes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Moises Caicedo.
Well, do we get him for 50 million?
Maybe not, but we can maybe have a cheeky ask.
We'll have a cheeky ask, right?
Here's what I think. Moises Caicedo under Chelsea, we know how good he is. Whatever. I think Moises Caicedo under Unai Emery becomes one of the best defensive midfielders in the game, because he would help him with his decision making, and he would help him with everything that he does, both going forward and protecting the ball. And because Boubacar Kamara is out, can you imagine Moises Caicedo right now? Moises Caicedo doesn't get booked as much working under Unai Emery. Woo, tremendous stuff. I'm sure I have I'm sure I have a bigger list, and I'm sure he won't come anywhere near that money because he became the most expensive Premier League transfer not so long ago. But it's that kind of player that I'm hoping for.
Right. So we're still down the centre midfield route. Next one. 5 minutes left. Not that you're on any pressure of time whatsoever. Oriel.
You could.
No, I'm only joking.
This is a question for you, Justin.
Oh, is it?
This one's going to be for you. All right. If you could pick 3 former Villa players from the last 30 years, so cup-winning team all the way to now, to add to the current squad, who would you choose and why?
Well, Paul McGrath would 100% get in. No offence to anybody playing at the back, but he starts at the back. I think I would currently throw in prime Christian Benteke up front.
100%. I'm already 2 for 2 with you.
Because
I've been asked this question and I thought about it. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
We're 2 and 2, Justin.
2 and 2. So we've got one left, and that player would have to be Gareth Barry.
Think about what? Yeah. Oh my, Justin. We're 3 for 3, bro.
Really?
It's exactly the answer I would give. Yes.
One of the best midfielders I've ever seen. The
fourth was prime Ashley Young, but like Gareth Barry.
My fourth would be Grealish, prime Grealish, but those 3 I think would just add. No offence to anyone they'd replace him, but those 3 would be absolutely incredible for Villa right now. Prime versions of them, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your last? Was it a quiz question? Did you say?
It's a little quiz, and I'm sure Justin's going to shut me down on this one.
Oh.
Like, he's going to be like, Craig, that was easy. All right, so one of my 3 players was going to be Yorkie. I was going to choose Yorkie. Trinidad and Tobago player. What is the other Trinidad and Tobago player we've had at Villa?
I need. Give me a position. No, don't give me anything. Let me think here.
I can only think of one, but I don't think he. I think he's Nigeria.
Yeah, I think I know who it is, but J-Lo Samuel.
Yeah.
I was confused because maybe he was born in the UK, but like he represented Trinidad. Is that right? Or maybe the other way around?
I was going to say Neil Lamptey, but I'm sure he was an African heritage.
J-Lo Samuel was born in Trinidad, apparently.
Interesting.
Great question. That's great. Thanks ever so much for your call, mate. 3 really good questions.
Cheers.
I hope New Mexico's warmer than New York and bloody. They're both 3, not as cold as Lewis, but we are definitely cold. Right, you've got 2 minutes, Lewis. I don't want to hold you up any longer. Do you know who this is?
All right, I'm judging by his physique. It looks like his hair's not that long. He's obviously captain. The Macron jersey, David Bet. So, Ron Vlaar.
Yes! 1 for 1. 2. You got 4 of these to go.
Oh, this is the Acorn shirt. Emil Heskey.
Yes. 2 for 2.
Captain
I made
as well.
it a bit easier this week because I got told off last week. It was too hard.
God, I love this shirt. One of my favorite shirts, man. Love it so much. It looks like Petrov.
No.
Oh, wait, hold up. No, LDV. No, that's way back, isn't it? It's before Petrov because it's.
We'll come back to that one. Ready? This last one. This is the 4th.
I mean, this is like prime. Oh God, it's not because he's small.
It's
not Steve Staunton, is it?
You've got 50 seconds. Right, this one. Any ideas? Anyone in the chat?
Give me the first letter.
I need to say a big hello to as well. I don't know whether he's still in the chat, but my friend Red Pepper is in the chat. If you don't know Red Pepper, all you need to know is that on all your movie trailers, he's the man that does the movie trailers. He's an absolute legend. Thanks, Red, for and he's got this one.
Oh, is it Alan Wright? Yeah, amazing, genius.
Red Pepper in the house nails it. So we got 1 more to go. Anybody? Does anybody?
Wait, show it to me. Show it to me.
He needs to know. 3, 2, 1.
Gareth Southgate. Yes. I got it in.
You got it just in time. We'll let you off there, Lewis. Right, I know you got to shoot off. Thank you so much. We're going to carry on for a bit longer, everyone, but I'll need to just say goodbye to Lewis and thank him so much for joining me tonight. don't forget, take a picture of the QR code in the corner. You'll go to all of his socials, all of his stuff that he does. He's a bloody great guy, and I'm not just saying that because he's a mate, but he's a bloody great guy, and not just because I'm going to go and sleep on his couch for the World Cup, but he's a great guy. But yeah, great to talk to you, Lewis. You're welcome on here anytime you want, mate. So just give me a shout, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, Justin, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Keep building this wonderful community, and up the Villa. I appreciate you.
The mighty Villa. Cheers, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Right, that's Lewis gone. What a guy he is. Red, you are another legend of the Villa world, and you are also welcome on here anytime. We need to get you on, Red. Email me with your contact details, and we'll get you on, or we'll have a little chat with you, do an interview with you about your love of the mighty Villa. Let's have a look. If you can email Justin, or anybody for that matter, anybody that needs to get in touch, justintalksvilla@yahoo.com. So anything you want to ask me or anything like that, then feel free to jump on. Right. Oh, my God, what an evening. I've really enjoyed it. I've apologized to my TikTok followers who I've basically ignored all night, but I hope I hope it's sort of worked. I haven't it's hard to do this and the phone calls and everything, but I apologize if I've ignored TikTok tonight. But it was a trial run tonight for TikTok, so hopefully that's worked okay, and I'm going to try and do that every single week to try and get as many people joined in as possible, so you can hear the stuff that's going on here as well. I think that's everything. Transfer window closes in 7 days, so this time next week, 7 o'clock, the transfer window shuts. So we'll be live on here next Monday at 8 o'clock, so just an hour after the transfer window shuts. So that could be very, very interesting to be coming next week to have a watch of that. Anything else? Any other business? Have we got any other business? What have we got here? Justin, any questions quickly before we go? I've got another 5 minutes, I reckon. Justin, you said you're going to get Luke. So yes, it is happening. Yes, Luke is a really good friend of mine, and hopefully I'm going to announce a link up with Luke over the next couple of 3 weeks. I've been in conversation with Luke Clothing, and we're going to try and do some kind of collab where all my followers will get discounts on their clothing, which will be great. So yeah, I have been talking a lot to Luke, and he's happy to come on when he can. He's obviously a very, very busy guy, so hopefully he can come on. I want to go and chat to him about the Luke kit deal and all the things he did around there. I think it's an interesting story. If you haven't already, then go and subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching it on now, and drop this video a like. Discord we have also got as well. Thanks, Rob, for reminding me. I haven't got the QR code to hand, but if you go over to Discord, Justin Talks Villa, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, my interview with Nigel Spink is out as well, which I did today, which is fantastic. He's a lovely guy. I've known Nigel a long, long time. Some brilliant stories. I've put a few little teasers out on all my socials, so go and watch them. Punjabi Villains, yes. Tammy announced. Has Tammy been announced? Has anybody got that information? Let's have a look. Somebody said Tammy's announced. Right, let's have a quick search for that while we're just finishing off. Aston Villa Football Club. Nope, nothing's been announced yet. So we're just waiting. It should be tomorrow. We're asking me. Sorry. Yeah, apparently he's in the building. He's at Bodymore Heath today, so it should be. I would think they're doing all the social media stuff for tomorrow, so I would imagine it'll be announced tomorrow. I would think tomorrow. Yeah, it's got to be tomorrow. Surely it's got to be tomorrow. So yes, thank you very much. Anybody else? How many goals? What we got? Questions here. How many goals do you think Tammy will grab for the end of the season? 12. Bloody Nora, that'll be good. I'll take 12 all day long. I just want him to contribute. I think that's what he'll do. I think he'll come in, he'll settle in very quickly. I think he's got experience now, and he's big, isn't he? Now, I mean, he left as a boy, and he's coming back as a man, so that'll be absolutely fantastic to see. We've got 8 goals there. That's interesting. Thank you very much, Sean. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I honestly appreciate you all joining. It's building every single week. There's more and more people coming and watching. So if you enjoy this, or you just go and tell someone, say, yeah, you know, come and join the community, come and join it. I'm going to try and make it as interactive and interesting and fun as possible, whilst trying to give you good guests like Lewis, like Gary Thompson. Nigel Spink has agreed to come on as well over the next few weeks as well. So I'm hoping to announce him at some point as well. Thanks, Red. I do appreciate it, mate. We'll get you on as well, you legend. David, I don't do Facebook really, mate. I just post on there. I won't be adding any friend requests. Apologies, but yeah, on all the other accounts you can. Yes, it's true. I am the mascot on match days. You've caught me out. That's great. Okay, right. I'm just rabbiting on now for no particular reason, so I'm going to go. Thanks ever so much for watching, everybody, and I'll speak to you all soon. And up the mighty Villa.